Yes, children, good morning, children, and I hope that all of you are fine and you will listen to this very baker, the narrator's voice that I am going to tell you. Who is this? Lucio Rodriguez. It is the second video for class 10 English CBSE. That is glimpses of India. Oh, how beautiful India is. Kashmir, that is called the paradise. Goa, it is full of modern Western cultures, but still it is known for the Indianized culture that is found. How nicely we have mingled this very Goan culture, and a baker who is called a padder in Goa, and how the children loved these breads and how important these breads are in this very small state that is ruled by Portuguese for so many years, though the British went and the Portuguese stayed, but till 1971 they ruled and finally they had to go. Now I am telling you something about that one which I have prepared for you. That is what main points of the story that are elders nostalgic about Portuguese bread. That is the first point. Second point is good Portuguese days and their famous loaves of bread that I will discuss. Baker's arrival. Bakers are known as padders here. Padders, and baker's peculiar dress was called the kabai. Baker's importance on Christmas and other festivals that you will understand. Baking is a profitable business that you will understand how profitable they are. How nicely these maid servants work in the house, and these maid servants are called Pasquine or Bastine, P-A-S-K-I-N-E, Pasquine or Bastine, B-A-S-T-I-N-E. They arrange beds and they do several kinds of activities. In the morning they go out to just collect the bread brought by the baker in the houses. Really, the baker made his musical entry on the scene with the jhang jhang sound. J-H-A-N-G, jhang, J-H-A-N-G, jhang. Jhang jhang sound means it is something like that. You can say this is a musical sound, pleasant sound that is heard. Means, how does he make this sound? He has a long staff. A staff means what? Bamboo stick, which is really fabricated, just divided. And when he strikes it on the ground, that produces a musical, lovely sound, so attractive. With one hand, he supports the basket on his head. Means on his head there is a basket which contains the bread, and on the other hand he has a bamboo stick with which he just makes a sound. Really, he would greet the lady of the house with good morning. How cultured these bakers are! They really wish the lady of the house good morning. They just brought various kinds of breads. Here you can understand. These are the things that are prepared. So now they just sell it. They sell it in such a way that are really so fantastic to be eaten, so tasty, and the kids just pushed the others who came on the way and they come out of their house. The kids would be pushed aside with a mild rebuke, and the loaves would be delivered to the servant. Means these servants who had really come to uh, receive this very loaves of not loaves of bread, they just pushed the children, but they did not give up. The children did not give up. They would climb a bench or a parapet. Parapet, you can understand, a platform, something tip into the basket. They just wanted to look into the basket. What does it contain? And the narrator again recalls that the typical fragrance of those loaves, how lovely it was for them to collect loaves for the elders and the bangles for the children. Bangle, it was the sweetest one, and they loved it, and then they did not even care to brush their teeth. Means the children did not brush their teeth. Why? I just can tell you that they wanted to eat. They loved the bread so much, bangle bread so much, they washed their mouths properly. No. Why? Why? Would take the trouble of plucking the mango leaf for the toothbrush? Means they just used to pluck the mango leaves or the mango twigs so that they could brush. It is one of the most fantastic days of the narrator. So here I can tell you, I just remember my childhood when I was in village, and at the time when it was the mango orchard where we went in summer vacation, we did not take notice of brushing our teeth. Rather, when we got the ripe mango fallen on the ground, or just if it was found in the morning, we plucked it and we just thought that the lions do not brush. And we did like that. Like that, the narrator had this very trait. Why was it necessary? The tiger never brushed his teeth. Here says the tiger. The narrator has compared himself with the tiger. Hot tea could wash and clean up everything so nicely after all. He says that if he takes the hot tea, certainly all the dirt and germs would go or vanish, you can understand. So nice it was. And I hope that you might have understood, and you can write down some of the question answers that are given at oral comprehension check, and you will not have any problem to know these things. So here you have understood these things. What images of people and places come to your mind when you think of our country? You can write so many things that when we think of India, we have several things. We think of our land, we think of our rivers, we think of our culture, we think of our tradition, and you can write so many things that you love. So here you have no any restrictions to write. You can write the things. What do our elders often reminisce? Here you can write, all our elders fondly remember the Portuguese days and their famous loaves of bread. How are the age-old furnaces time tested? The age-old furnaces still exist in Goa. So here you can write something that will be asked, and I don't think that you will have any doubt in this regard. In the next video, I will tell you something more. Thank you, children.